Sparks flew, spray flicked off tires and lights danced around the Marina Bay Street Circuit as more than a dozen Formula One cars tried to survive one of the most difficult races on the calendar. A heavy downpour delayed the Singapore Grand Prix, and even when the race was underway an hour after it was originally scheduled for, drivers had difficulty finding the dry line as it slowly resumed. Despite the conditions, one by one, the stars started to get picked off as collisions, punctures and failures occurred. Only 14 drivers finished the race as yellow flags in safety cars triggered a stop-and-go feel throughout the night. It all came down to a mad times dash as the 2-hour window started closing. Sergio Pérez led the race from the get-go after a commanding start as he passed pole sitter Charles Leclerc, but as the minutes started to dwindle and DRS was enabled, the Ferrari driver began closing in on the Red Bull. Then, FIA stewards announced during the race that they would be investigating Pérez for a possible safety car infringement after the race had concluded. Ferrari told Leclerc to stay within 5 seconds of the race leader in the event Pérez would be served a penalty, but with the simple command "let's disappear," the Mexican driver put it all on the line. He won his second race of the season with just a tad over 7 seconds between him and Leclerc. Reflecting on his performance, Pérez called Sunday's victory his best performance in F1. The last 3 laps were so intense. I gave everything for the win today. But in the process of his second straight victory of 2022, the other being Monaco, this delays his teammate, Max Verstappen, from grabbing his second world championship. The Singapore Grand Prix marked the first opportunity that the Dutchman could outright clinch this year's title. The gap between the top 3, Verstappen, Leclerc and Pérez, has narrowed as the 2 Red Bulls and Ferrari driver remain in title contention as F1 prepares for Japan after a grueling stint in Singapore. "This is the Mexican way," Pérez said over the team radio in reaction to his win. Checo after winning his second race of the season. IMAGO, PanoramiCHere 3 takeaways from Marina Bay, where a slew of in-person safety cars and virtual safety cars created a roller coaster and timed race. How Sunday's podium impacts the title chase. The top 3 featured Pérez plus both Ferrari drivers, who had not scored a double podium since the Miami Grand Prix in May.